Boker Tov. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah, looking at the verse in this coming week's parasha, chapter 19, verse 14. Lo tasig gvul re'acha. Not to shift the border marker with your neighbor. And we've talked about looking at this within the context of either the division of the land of Israel, how Ramban looks at it, or more just a general statement about at least Eretz Yisrael, a special prohibition against sneakily changing borders, especially older borders, which are harder to notice where the borderline would be. Today I want to take you to the rabbinic teaching that goes beyond this. You might have perhaps, don't know, you might have bought a Jewish music CD or cassette in 10 years. We don't do that anymore, right? Because now everything is digital. But you might have bought one 7, 8 years ago or a longer time, and you would see on the casing, it would say that subject to all copyright laws and all the rules of Hasagas Gevul, which is what the Torah is prohibiting here. Lo tasig gevul re'acha. And suddenly this notion about moving the border marker, you recognize, is used in our parlance, in halachic parlance, in a much different way. And that would seem to be, in this context, indeed about copyright infraction, where something is clearly yours, and I've come and I've tried to co-opt it. I take something which is your intellectual property. We have members of our congregation, Yuval Marcus, who was an expert in intellectual property law, and people work hard to establish something as an idea or a concept or a product, and then someone just swoops in and copies it. That is prohibited. That's not just it's a moral infraction, and it is halachically forbidden. All of the issues that this country has had with the Chinese over the course of many years, about how they'll take so much of our developments that have been we worked hard at in this country, and they kind of swoop in and they just copy it themselves, or they just knockoffs of so much of products, whether it's Chinese or anybody else who's knocking off a purse or or something electronic. So that is a prohibition of Hasagas Gevul. Indeed, right now, some of the accusations against the large tech companies in this country are about such things as well, where first, let's say a company unnamed for the moment, right, invites other companies to use its platforms, and then watches how they do something or look for the good ideas, and then swoop in and chop them and steal them. So that's also called Hasagas Gevul, and that is prohibited in the Torah. The Torah has a specific prohibition against such things, affirming the rights of a creator to his property. Tomorrow we'll talk about the continuation of Hasagas Gevul and other and more specific reference in the Gemara. Have a good day.